Good morning. This is English 8 for Monday, April the 27th. Let's look in our book, please, for page 230. Let's look at page 230 in your grammar book. It says in exercise A, identify each italicized word as a preposition. Remember, prepositions have to be followed by a object, which must be a noun or a pronoun, giving us a prepositional phrase, or a conjunction. We know that there are two kinds of conjunctions. There are coordinated conjunctions, or actually three, because coordinated conjunctions have a little subgroup of correlative conjunctions, and then subordinating conjunctions. Subordinated conjunctions combine a independent clause and a dependent clause. A coordinated conjunction connects two words, two phrases, or two sentences, okay? Or an interjection. An interjection comes at the beginning of our sentence. It has no grammatical part to our sentence, but it comes at the beginning. It is separated from our sentence either with a comma, if it has a more mild expression, or an exclamation point if we want to make it strong and make it really stand out. Let's look at number 1. Ah, Lord God, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. This is in Jeremiah 1:6. What is ah? It is an interjection. What is for? For is a conjunction. Okay? Look at number 2. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto thine own understanding. What a wonderful truth if we can learn to live by that. You know, people are very anxious and very nervous about the pandemic, but if we can just realize that God's in control, none of this has taken God by surprise. God is in control. And if we will trust him, we can have peace. So trust in the Lord with all thine heart. What are our prepositional phrases? In the Lord, with all thine heart, unto thine own understanding. Those are prepositional phrases. So what is in? A preposition. What is with? A preposition. What is and? And is a conjunction. Remember, it's always a conjunction. And unto is a preposition. Number 3, have mercy upon me, O Lord, O God, according to thy loving kindness. You know, aren't you glad God has mercy on you and on me according to his kindness, not ours? Because we're not always kind. Sometimes we're cruel to each other. We say mean things, and we put people down. And God doesn't do that. God loves us despite ourselves. Isn't that wonderful? What is the word O? O is an interjection. What is according? According to. According to thy kindness. According to is a preposition. It's one of those compound prepositions we talked about. Look at number 4. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just. What is O? It is an interjection. What is to? Well, in this case, we can say to the end, so it is a preposition. What is the word but? But is a conjunction, okay? Number 5, if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle? In other words, if we're not confident, who's going to listen, okay? If is a conjunction. It's a subordinating conjunction. It's connecting our clause to the rest of our sentence. What is to? Well, if you look at it, it says to the battle, so it is a preposition. Number 6, lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them. That is from Luke 2. All right? What is lo? Lo is an interjection. Of the Lord is a prepositional phrase, so it is a preposition. And again, we have of the Lord. So of is again a preposition. Number 7, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh. What is in? In the days. It is a preposition. Good job. What about while? While is connecting, isn't it? So it is a conjunction. Okay, what about nor? While, nor. Both are conjunctions. We're putting all of those thoughts together. Number 8, when I become a rich man. I become a rich man. That is not what it even says. I'm sorry. When I became a man, I put away childish things. Okay? When is a subordinating conjunction. It introduces our clause. Number 9, peace be within thy walls and prosperity within thy palaces. What is within? It is a preposition. What is and? And is always a conjunction. The ants are a people not strong, yet they prepare their meat in the summer. They're not strong people. They're not strong in and of themselves, but they are hard workers and they are wise. There's a lot we can learn from the ants, isn't there? Okay? A conjunction is yet. What is the word in? It is also a conjunction, okay? Let's look at exercise B. It says correct any incorrect prepositions, the usage in the following of the sentences. Your class would have been more enjoyable if you had done your homework done. Your class would have been more enjoyable if you had had your homework done. What's wrong with that sentence? It would have been more enjoyable. Take out the word of and make it have. It's a verb, not a preposition. Your mother divided the last pizza between the 3 boys. She didn't divide it between the 3 boys. You can only do it between if there's 2. She what? She divided it among the 3 boys. Number 3, where are you going to after school? I don't need the word to. Where are you going after school? Number 4, all of the students except Mark have gone into the classroom. Well, wait a minute. Except they didn't receive something. They all but him. Okay, so it should be the word except. E-X-C-E-P-T. Number 5, where will the meeting be held at? What is incorrect with that sentence? The word at. We do not need that. Did you notice the sign outside of the building? We don't say outside of, we just say outside. Mark the word of out. Besides the food, the expenses amounted up to $479. What is wrong with that? It didn't mount up to, it's just amounted to. Take the word up out. Look at number 8. We will be leaving at about noon. Not at about noon, that's incorrect. Mark that out of your book. We will be leaving at noon. Or we will leave about noon. One or the other, you can't have them both. Look at the next one. Vicky was sitting beside the airport window wondering where all the planes would be going to. Okay, there's 2 mistakes in this. She wasn't sitting besides, that's an addition to. No, she was sitting next to them, so the word is beside. Okay, she wasn't going to, she was just going. So mark the word to off. Among you and me, the book was much more interesting than I expected. Not among you and me, but between you and me. Number 11, Lisa would have enjoyed helping decorate the party, but she was late. What is the word of? Should be the word have. Number 12, at about the end of the semester, we will be accepting nominations for class officers. What should that be? It will be at the end of the semester or about the end, one or the other. The other is we're not accepting, we're accepting. A-C-C-E-P-T-I-N-G. Okay, let's look at, I want you to flip over. We're going to skip page 231. I know you're heartbroken that we're not going to be writing today, but we're going to continue our writing assignment that is online. So we're going to flip over to page 232. Skip that page first. Just a little review of our parts of speech real quickly. What is a word that modifies a blank, an adjective, or a blank? What is that? First of all, what are we talking about, you think? We're talking about an adverb. An adverb is a word that modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Number 2, what's a word that takes the place of a noun? It is a pronoun. Number 3, What is a word that shows how a blank or a pronoun is related to some other word in the sentence? Okay, so what's going to go in the second blank? It shows how a noun or a pronoun is related. And what shows how a noun or pronoun relates to another word? A preposition, because I'm beside the desk. I'm above the clouds, okay? Number 4, what is a word that modifies a noun? It is an adjective. An adjective modifies a noun or a pronoun. Number 5, blank is a word that shows blank, links another word to the subject, blanks another verb, or merely it indicates existence. We're talking about a what? A verb. Okay, so a verb is a word that shows action, links another word to the subject, or helps another verb, or merely indicates existence. Number 6, what kind of word is a word that is not related to any other word in the sentence? It is an interjection. Number 7, blank is a word that names a person. So it's a noun. A noun is a word that names a person, a place, a thing, or an idea. Number 8, blank is a word that joins words, it joins phrases, or it joins clauses, not sentences, clauses, because it can join an independent sentence, which is an independent clause, which is a sentence, but a dependent clause is not a sentence. So it joins words, phrases, or clauses, and it's called a conjunction. Let's look at exercise B. I'm going to look at this real quick because I think this might be your homework. Nope, it's not. All right. Identify the words as a noun, a pronoun, or an adjective. Okay, so let's think about this. A noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. A pronoun takes the place of the actual name of a person, place, thing, or idea. So he, she, it, they, either, okay? And an adjective describes a noun or a pronoun. So let's look at these. Have you ever read that book by Jane Austen? Telling us which book? That book. So it is an adjective. That was not the correct answer, Natalie. Okay, so what is that? The word that is a pronoun, okay, because it's taking the place of the actual noun, okay? So let's say that, Natalie, let's say that you had said the answer was Chile, the country Chile, C-H-I-L-E, okay? Chile was not the correct answer. So do you see how the word that takes the place of the word Chile? All right? The unsaved are blind to the goodness of God, okay? Unsaved are a group of people, right? Are is a what kind of verb? It's a linking verb. What is blind? It's an adjective that describes the unsaved. It's our predicate adjective, so it is an adjective. Wooden blinds covered the windows and kept the room dark. What are blinds? Those things over the windows, so they're a thing. It's a noun. Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone in 1876. What is telephone? It's a thing. It's a noun. The telephone cable broke during the thunderstorm. What is telephone here? It is an adjective telling us what kind of cable broke. Number 7, mother refinished the table which belonged to her grandmother. What is table? It is a noun. Number 8, the table leg wobbled when we sat down to eat. What is table here? It's an adjective telling us what kind of a leg. Okay, look at exercise C. It says identify the italicized words as adjectives or adverbs. Yesterday, Lexi and I went to visit our grandmother in the hospital. What does yesterday tell us? It tells us when. And the questions for an adverb are where, when, how often, or to what extent, why, or under what conditions. So yesterday is an adverb. Elizabeth Kenny, an Australian nurse, discovered a treatment for polio. What is Australian? It tells us what kind of nurse. So Australian is an adjective. Number 3, Edward Jenner's discovery of the smallpox vaccine helped to stop the horrific disease. What kind of disease was it? It was a horrific disease, so horrific is an adjective. Penicillin is widely used antibiotic that was discovered by accident. Widely is a adverb. How often is it used? How is it used? Widely used. Okay? Scientists John Snow and Louis Pasteur are generally considered the founders of germ therapy. Or theory, not therapy, theory. Okay? What is generally? It is an adverb. Modern medicine is making advancements in cancer research. What is cancer? It's an adjective telling us what kind of research. Clara Barton worked to relieve the terrible battlefield conditions for the wounded. What is battlefield? It's an adjective telling us what kind of conditions. Look at exercise D. Look at exercise D on page 333. It says identify the italicized words as a preposition or an adverb. I want you to do exercise D as your homework. Now remember, a preposition has to have an object and an adverb will not. It will describe something. All right? Do exercise D for your homework. Have a good day, guys.